one thing I really believe strongly in is a coach should have a pretty wide baggage of experience when it comes to training movements and training methods, especially movements. Never include exercises in the program that you have not done a lot of yourself. And it's not just from a perspective of understanding how to teach it. I'm going to explain why. You need to know about mirror neurons. The mirror neurons are neurons in your brain that allow you to learn by looking at something. Basically, it makes your brain activate by looking at something the same way it would activate if you're actually doing it. The way they discovered it is they were studying a monkey and they put electrodes on the brain and they gave the monkey a banana. And they looked at which region of the brain lit up when he was grabbing the banana, which lit up when he was bringing the banana to him, which one lit up when he was tasting the banana. And then they put a second monkey in front, also connected with a brain scan, and they noticed that the monkey just watching the one with the banana, the same zones in his brain lit up. And then they discovered that it was the mirror neurons, a smaller portion, that actually led the other regions of the brain to be lit up too. So basically, when you have mirror neurons that are very sensitive, just by looking at something you have already done before, you can actually feel the movement to some extent, because it will light up the same region of your brain. So you can, and if you have lots of experience with the movement, you can actually feel if the movement is good or not. Me, for example, if I'm looking at someone doing a clean, and I'm looking at him, I can know, oh, there's something, it doesn't feel right. Sometimes I can't explain from a mechanical perspective what is not correct, or from a technical perspective. I just know something's wrong because in my brain, looking at it, it doesn't feel the same way as it did when I was doing it. And that allows you to have a great quality as an instinctive coach. Just by looking at something, you can know if the proper muscle is being turned on, if the exercise is done properly. So on top of being a good technique coach, you can be a good instinctive coach, and it's because of the mirror neurons. And the more you practice a movement, the better you will be at creating the same sensation. Because when someone is doing the same movement you have a lot of experience at, the mirror neurons will be great at taking the accumulated memories and feeling of that movement and making you feel it. So that when I'm looking at someone, I can feel easily if he's doing right or not, even though sometimes, technically speaking, I don't know what's wrong, but I can still correct him. So that is the power of the mirror neurons. Now, some people will be naturally more sensitive to them. I think that those who have higher acetylcholine level, those who are great at learning just by looking, observing, they will have more sensitive mirror neurons. But anybody can work them, and it's a matter of practicing the movement than doing a lot of observing. When I watch YouTube videos of the World Weightlifting Championship, I can actually feel the technique of the lifter, and I can figure, oh, dude, I was doing that pull completely wrong. I can actually improve my technique just by looking at someone lifting well. Those who are great at learning by looking have active mirror neurons. And as a coach, it's one of the greatest assets you can have. That's why it's very important to keep training hard when you're a coach, so that you can keep those feelings fresh, of feeling what the movement should feel like, so that when you're looking at someone, you can correct them, not only from an intellectual standpoint, but also from an instinctive standpoint.